Welcome to the News Analysis YouTube channel. We would be analyzing US Open tennis. Jannik Sinner, of Italy, reacts after breaking the serve of Jack Draper, of Great Britain, during the men's singles semi-finals of the US Open Tennis Championships, Friday, September 6, 2024, in New York. AP photo / Kirsty Wigglesworth, Associated Press, New York, AP. There they both sat in the second set of their US Open semi-final on a humid afternoon Friday, simultaneously receiving treatment from trainers. Jannik Sinner got his left wrist massaged after falling during a point he managed to win. Jack Draper needed medical attention after vomiting twice. The top-ranked Sinner, a 23-year-old from Italy, who was exonerated in a doping case less than a week before play began in New York, was the better player throughout and finished off a 7-5, 7-6, 3, 6-2 victory over Draper to reach his first title match at Flushing Meadows, and second at a Grand Slam tournament his year. It was a very physical match, as we see, said Sinner, who is a righty but uses both fists for his backhands and kept flexing his left wrist after it got hurt. I just tried to stay there mentally. While both competitors were being looked at during a changeover, a vacuum was being used to clean up the green ground behind the baseline where the 25th-seeded Draper, a 22-year-old from Britain, had thrown up. Finishing the cleaning job he tried to do himself by wiping the court with a towel. It harkened back to when Pete Sampras lost his lunch during a win over Alex Corretja during the 1996 US Open and created, to say the least, an unusual scene Friday at Arthur Ashe Stadium, where the temperature was in the high 70s and the humidity was above 60%. Sinner won the Australian Open in January and will seek his second major championship on Sunday against number 12 Taylor Fritz or number 20 Frances Tiafoe. Whoever it is, Sinner said, it's going to be a very tough challenge for me. But I'm just looking forward to it. Word emerged last month that Sinner failed 2 drug tests 8 days apart in March, but was cleared because he said the trace amounts of an anabolic steroid entered his system unintentionally via a massage from a team member he since has fired. That whole episode has been a constant topic of conversation as he progressed through the US Open bracket. Good pals Fritz and Tiafoe were scheduled to play each other Friday night in the other men's semi-final, the first in New York between two Americans in 19 years. One would become the first US man in a slam title match since Andy Roddick lost to Roger Federer at Wimbledon in 2009, and if either were to defeat Sinner, it would give the United States its first major trophy for a man since Roddick triumphed in New York in 2003. The women's final on Saturday also will feature an American, with number 6 Jessica Pegula taking on number 2 Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus. The longer that points lasted between Sinner and Draper, who are friends and played doubles together at an event in August, the more things went the Italians' way as the contest stretched past 3 hours. He is as pure a ball striker as there is in the men's game at the moment, and while Draper's lefty power and good hands, whether following his serves to the net or simply finding other times to hit volleys, he won 22 of the 34 points when he moved forward, made some inroads. Sinner got better and better the longer exchanges went. Sinner took the point on 50 of 80 that lasted 9 or more strokes. Draper has plenty of talent, and he hadn't dropped a set over the past 2 weeks until Friday, but his biggest issue as a pro has been his body, and it was again on this day. The weather surely didn't help. Nor did any tension associated with making his debut in a slam semi-final. Nor did Sinner's relentlessness. The collection of empty water bottles kept growing by Draper's sideline seat as he tried to hydrate. He also requested a can of soda in the third set. By the time it arrived, nothing was going to help him slow Sinner, who improved to 34-2 on hard courts in 2024. Subscribe News Analysis, share, like and support us.